Welcome to Animation Rundown and another fun-filled recap video. This time, we will be recapping the 11th episode of Justice League's second season, also known as The Better World Part 1. Let us get started. The movie commences with the Justice League storming into the White House. Batman and Wonder Woman take down the Secret Service agents so that Superman could have a clear path to the Oval Office. He was going inside to confront the president, Lex Luthor, for the crimes that he had committed in the office. Lex Luthor was panicking, picking up and gathering papers when Superman barged into the room. Almost going fully mad, Lex Luthor still commences checking the papers. He goes on a rant about how it is not his fault, but the people's fault for not recognizing how much his grand design will help them. As a threat, he says that if Superman does not back down, he will click on a button that will start a nuclear war. If they try to fight him, all of them will burn. He sees that Superman cannot do anything. He mockingly points out that if not for his deadly force, Superman is completely helpless. Moreover, Lex Luthor goes on to say that the superhero had been his greatest accomplice all along. The reason is that Superman loves being basked in the glory of being called a hero so much that whenever Lex does something wrong, all Superman does is get frustrated rather than ending things once and for all. To put salt in the wound, Lex Luthor goes on to say that even if he loses his presidency, he will find a way out of jail and will eventually start committing crimes again. It will be an endless cycle. Superman lets the words of his arch-enemy get to him. His eyes turn red, and soon a very foul smell reaches the noses of Batman and Wonder Woman. They quickly break into the Oval Office to see what was going on to see that Superman had burned Lex to death. Wonder Woman was completely taken aback by what happened, and Batman spat the bitter truth that it had to be done. Wonder Woman checks up on Superman to see if he was okay, and he faces her and says that he feels great and gave her a daunting smile. 2 years go by quickly and Earth had become a very different place than what it was. Now Superman and the remaining 5 teammates have become the rulers of the world. The catalyst of their rebellion had been the death of Flash as a result of Luthor's crimes. Now the Justice League had taken over countless governments and had submerged freedom of speech, all in the name of protecting the people from any kind of harm. For example, the current US president was told not to hold an election to choose his successor. Hawkgirl and Green Lantern were dispatched to disperse a protest taking place in Smallville while Batman headed back to the Batcave, saying that he was very busy with the project. When they arrived, Green Lantern and Hawkgirl didn't need to do much because seeing them scared the people and they went away out of fear. Watching this, Hawkgirl questions if all of this is necessary, and Green Lantern answers that doing all of this makes him at ease. The scene shifts to Superman and Lois Lane's dinner. Their relationship has gotten awkward, and Lois says that she does not like what the Justice Lords have been doing. She says that she has a few misgivings about the Lords' fascist regime. Superman shrugs her off and joins Batman as he had called for an urgent Justice Lords meeting. Lois Lane secretly follows him, penetrating the soldiers guarding Superman along the way. Batman shows them real-time footage of an alternate world where the Flash was alive and the Justice League was fighting Lex Luthor. They decided that this world needs their brand of law and order and decided to disturb the plans of the Justice League of that world. In the primary world, the Justice League had just disassembled a weapon that Luthor was preparing when they were interrupted by Lord Martian Manhunter. He said that he was from an alternate reality and said that Lords there needed the Justice League's help. Although the Justice League was skeptical at first, they decided to follow him anyway as they decided to trust Justice Lord John. But soon enough, it proved to be the wrong decision. As soon as they enter the world through a portal, the Justice League members are incapacitated by a premeditated trap. Hawkgirl resists them as much as she can until Green Lantern knocks her out. Her counterpart in Justice Lords couldn't help but feel proud of her as her counterpart put up a fight. Justice League's Hawkgirl was taken for medical attention, while the others were imprisoned in a specially designed cell block. After doing so, the Lord, except for Batman, crossed the portal to enforce their Iron Fist law and order in the primary Justice League world. They arrive to see that the rogue behemoth Doomsday is on the loose and start fighting it in an instant. None of them seem to be a match for the monster except for Superman, who lobotomizes Doomsday with the help of his heat vision. Lois Lane was shocked by the brutality of what happened, while the other people in the crowd cheered, saying that it was about time that heroes took a more aggressive approach. No one realizes that this is not the same Justice League, except for Lex Luthor, who had been watching all of this commotion from the prison. That is the end of today's video. If you like the recap, then do not forget to press the thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel Animation Rundown for more fun recaps. Also, comment down below with your thoughts on this Justice League episode.